Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Medicals. Myself Chamna Anadu. So today we are going to discuss, you can say, start one new subject, that is biochemistry. So already I have posted a video on anatomy, physiology, different topics, and pharmacology. So today we are going to start biochemistry. So here mainly we are going to focus first introduction. Why it is important in paramedics. Okay, and mainly focusing more on metabolism of carbohydrate. If you see the word only indicate they are divided into two parts. If you see the word divided into two parts, biology. So bio means you know that, and chemistry means the chemical reaction. So what is called biochemistry? So biochemistry means uh, so as a if you see the word is divided in two parts. So you can see the chemical reaction. Okay, the chemical reaction which are mainly happening to in living cell tissue. So chemical reaction. So it means a living cell where is it is called the chemical reaction. So different type of chemical reaction which are happening in living cell, like in plant cell, animal cell, in human being. Okay, so that is called the biochemistry. So just see the two words. Okay, these two words combine together and become one subject. Okay, so just see it consists two subjects. You can say one is a biology and the one is called chemistry. So it is called biochemistry. So chemical reaction which are happening in the living cell tissue, that is called biochemistry. So moving to the next slide. Okay, we'll see that introduction. So as we discussed here, the study of chemistry of living tissue. Okay, that includes mainly the organic molecules. So always remember, this subject is mainly okay, which consists mainly organic molecule and their chemical reaction. Now, what is organic molecule? So the meaning of organic. Okay, the meaning of organic is that the meaning of organic molecule. Okay, so which consists CHO means with any molecule which consists carbon, consists hydrogen, consists oxygen, that is called the organic molecule. So like carbohydrate, you can say uh, uh, proteins, fats, okay, nucleic acid, all these molecules are having, okay, all these molecules are having CHO. Okay, so when we burn it release lots of smoke, so this is called organic. Inorganic means you know that inorganic means which are mainly we are getting from minerals like calcium, okay, magnesium, or you can say that sulfur, iron. So all these molecules does not have any of either carbon, hydrogen, or oxygen. So all these molecules are inorganic. So mainly biochemistry includes the most of okay, organic molecule, which is also called biomolecule. So these are the biomolecules. So that also we are going to discuss what are the biomolecules. Okay, so you can say it is called the study of chemical process mainly in the living organism. Okay, so you can see different definition you can see about this subject. Okay, so it mainly combines the principle of biology and chemistry as we discussed in the first slide. Okay, and also to understand the complex chemical reaction. So the chemical reaction which are happening in the lab, which we are by mixing a different chemical in the lab, that is very simple chemistry. But the chemical reaction which are happening in our living cell, that are a very complex reaction. Take example of glycolysis, glycogenolysis. Lots of reactions are there, ketogenesis. Okay, lots of anabolic, catabolic reactions are there. All those reactions are very, very complex which are happening in our cell tissue. Okay, so you can say that where it is applied. So biochemistry has a wide range of application in medicine. So mainly you can see that uh, due to this biochemistry, different type of medicine you can able to prepare, like all those drugs which are mainly synthesized from living cell with the help of different technology. Example, you can say the insulin, hormone. Okay, genetics also can be studied with the help of biochemistry. It is also applied in agriculture. Okay, so by production of the, so as you discussed, it is also applied in plant. Okay, so these are about the, okay, and in industry mainly like production of vitamins, production of, you can say that, vaccine. Okay, so all those are mainly included in this subject. So if you see that biochemistry play a crucial role in understanding fundamental process of life, okay, including metabolism. Okay, so these you have to remember what is metabolism. So just like a chemical alteration, we say that metabolism. We are going to discuss this special topic. We have metabolism, a growth and reproduction. So mainly growth and development of cell tissue, reproduction. So you can say that biochemistry have a okay a broader scope, so which deals with metabolism, growth, and reproduction. It also provides mainly the molecular mechanism, provide insight into the molecular mechanism, disease and development of new drugs. So new drugs are also developed with the help of biochemistry and therapies. Okay, so these are about the introduction of a biochemistry. You can see that the different definition we discussed here. Okay, so that is about the definition of our subject. So next you can see that the next line, the last one is the study of biochemistry is essential for advancing our understanding for natural world, improving human health and well-being. So most of the natural sources of drugs are mainly you can say purified, or you can say that extracted, isolated with the use of mainly this subject knowledge. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Okay, so mainly what types of molecules are biochemistry study? Biochemistry means who are studying biochemistry, or you can say for application. So mainly what type of molecules we are going to do. So already we discussed that. So mainly this biochemistry subject includes about carbohydrate, then lipids, then proteins and nucleic acid. These are called the biomolecules. So always remember, okay. So these word you have to remember. So mainly our subject include biomolecules. So biomolecule means molecules which are used in living cell. Okay, our living cell tissue utilized for, you can say that, for energy, for production of different enzyme, hormones, growth and development, reproduction. That is called biomolecules. Very simple. So many of these molecules are very complex molecules called polymer. So we are going to focus on mainly in carbohydrate metabolism, which are made up of monomers and subunit. So you have to know the meaning of what is called polymer. Okay, what is called polymer? Poly means many number. Polymers means which consist of lots of smaller molecules combined together. So you can say polymer. Mono means as you know that single. So single units combined together and become a polymer. Okay, so take example of polysaccharide. Polysaccharide is a larger carbohydrate, so which consists of polymer of glucose. You can say polysaccharides are mainly found in rice, found in vegetables, potato. So which is a very complex carbohydrate. When it is mainly digested in our gastrointestinal tract, then it releases huge amount of monosaccharide. So glucose which combine, okay, when lots of glucose combine together, okay, so all those glucose combine together, so it is called polymer. What is called polymer means lots of smaller molecules combined. When it is a broken, okay, simple molecules are released out, then it is called the okay, you can say that monomer. So I hope everyone is clear about this. Okay, now moving to the next slide. The scope. The scope of biochemistry, where the biochemistries are applied. Even the subject name is also called the applied biochemistry. So where, okay, biochemistry is applied, we are going to discuss. So biochemistry also applied for the study of, okay, a cell structure and their components. So structure of cell, their cell membrane, all these are mainly studied with the help of biochemistry also. Okay, chemistry of carbohydrate means chemical reaction of carbohydrate, proteins, amino acid and lipids. Okay, that also mainly deals the, okay, chemistry of inorganic element, not only organic. We discuss mainly in the definition, more focused about organic. So biochemistry deals with both organic as well as inorganic also. So why inorganic? Because there is called vitamins and minerals metabolism. Vitamins and minerals. So vitamins is organic. Again, minerals are inorganic, like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, iron. So these are the, okay, uh, inorganic elements which require in very small quantity but have a lots of beneficial a role in our body. For this reason, their study also included in our subject, that is okay. Next one is, you see that the study of enzyme. So enzymes, okay, is also type of a protein in the nature, okay, type of a chemical which are helping the breakdown of larger molecule into simpler form. So enzymes also, okay, so our biochemistry also deals with study of enzymes, study of vitamins and their deficiency. Not only the study of vitamins, their deficiency, what will happen when a patient suffer from the deficiency of any vitamin. Okay, so all those disorder also mainly included in this subject. Water metabolism. Water metabolism means like kidney. Okay, so kidney how regulates the water balance in our body. So like kidney test different. Okay, so it have a blood broader scope. So, and their source regulation, how it is regulated. So all these things are mainly okay included in this subject. So we'll see that significance and importance in the nursing. So what is the importance of biochemistry in the nursing? Why it is important? Why you are discussing? Why you are studying of biochemistry in the nursing? So that if you see that, so significance and you can say importance of biochemistry in the nursing. So as we discussed that biochemistry, the scope of biochemistry which are helping formation of vaccines, okay, hormones, insulin, vitamins, and other products which are used for the treatment of disease and disorder. For this reason, it is a very important in the medical field. So mainly so biochemistry mainly brought the revolution in you can say the medical field, like diagnosis of disease. Take example of diagnosis of disease. Take example of diagnosis of diabetes mellitus. So how diabetes mellitus are mainly investigated with the help of biochemistry. Okay, with the help of okay different type of tests. So all those diagnoses of different various chemicals like okay urine analysis, urine sample, blood sample. Okay, so all those are mainly included in the biochemistry. For this reason, it is a very important parameters. So next, moving to the next slide, we are going to start. This is called mainly carbohydrate. The first part we are going to start that is called carbohydrate. Okay, so in first part we are going to discuss mainly about the introduction of carbohydrate. Okay, introduction. Then we are going to discuss about definition. After definition, we are going to discuss about types, mainly classification. We are going to discuss. Okay, types or you can say classification of carbohydrate. Then after classification, we are going to discuss about digestion, how carbohydrates are digested. Absorption of carbohydrate, we are going to discuss about absorption also. Then after absorption, we are going to discuss about metabolism, then disorder. So if I include all this topic in one video, then video becomes very okay, long. So in today video, I'm going to only focus about carbohydrate, mainly the definition and classification different type of carbohydrate. And second video, I'll discuss about the digestion and absorption. After absorption, mainly metabolism is start. Then in third video, so I'm going to make a three part. Part one include the introduction of biochemistry and carbohydrate introduction, classification of carbohydrate and their function. And second video, I'll include the metabolism of carbohydrate, digestion, absorption, and in third, metabolism. Okay, so we'll see that what is called carbohydrate. So it is a macronutrient. So just see the word macro and micro are the two different things. Okay, micro and micro are two different things. It macro means okay, macro means just see the word. Okay, the macro means the larger. Okay, these are the larger. So macronutrients that consume our body require huge amount of carbohydrate. Okay, because it provides energy to the body. So every cell tissue, almost every cell tissue of our body, that gets energy from carbohydrate. But if you see that minerals and vitamins are micronutrients, we are not getting vitamins, minerals in large quantity. We receive okay, mainly we are getting very small quantity. So that is a micronutrient. But if you see carbohydrates, proteins, fat, these are the macronutrients. So large quantity of fats we require. Protein large quantity is required. Carbohydrates are large quantity are required. And they are broken. So larger carbohydrates, they are mainly broken into glucose, which is a smaller molecule. And these smaller molecules, as you know, that utilized by our cell as a source of energy. Okay, so mainly daily we takes a lots of glucose, not only small quantity. So almost our diet consists more carbohydrates. So huge amount of carbohydrates we are taking in the form of. So when digested, it may release either glucose, fructose, or galactose. So all those excess carbohydrate like glucose, which are mainly stored in our liver, stored in our muscle in the form of glycogen. So this word will come in every topic that is called glycogen. So it is glycogen. So remember, glycogens are mainly okay stored carbohydrate. It is also known as stored carbohydrate. So always remember it is called stored carbohydrate. So it is mainly so when you suppose today you have taken 200 gram of glucose. So if 100 grams are utilized by different cell tissues, still 100 grams are remaining. These 100 grams are mainly converted into glycogen, stored in our liver, stored in our mainly skeletal muscle. So always remember, carbohydrates are mainly stored in our skeletal muscles. Only 2% of carbohydrates are stored in our body. So our body is mainly made up of 2%. Mainly in our body, 2% of carbohydrates are stored. whereas 15% are protein, 15% are lipid, 60% are water, and 8% are minerals. Okay, so these are the mainly the composition of our body. So carbohydrate is also the important part, okay, which provide huge amount of energy to our cell tissue like heart, muscle, brain, which depends upon mainly brain. If you see that brain, which depends on more the energy mainly from carbohydrate. Okay, so this is about the introduction. Next, we see that carbohydrate is just you see the carbohydrate is the most abundant organic component of the plant. So as we discussed that these are the organic component and widely available. So most abundant, okay. They serve as a major source of chemical energy. So as so very simple word mentioned for the living organism. So like sugar and starch. Okay, so mainly our food consists more sugar or starch. Sugar means glucose is called the sugar or can say saccharide as well as important component of supporting tissue. So our cell tissue are also mainly made up of carbohydrate. If you see that cell membrane, in our cell membrane we have a glycolipid, glycoprotein. Okay, some cellulose are mainly the important component of, okay, you can say that bacteria, you can say different insects, so that is also made up of cellulose. Moving to the next slide. So mainly it consists carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So carbohydrate is also, you can say, the hydrates of carbon. It is also known as hydrates of carbon. What is called hydrates of carbon? Okay, so it mainly consists carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So name is called hydrates of carbon. Okay, so either it consists, so you can say it is usually defined as, so definition, this is the exact definition, polyhydroxy. Just see the word. Okay, so again here the word come, poly means many number, hydroxy means OH group. So many number of hydroxyl groups are there. In carbohydrate, lots of hydroxyl groups are there. Hydroxy means OH, or it may be the aldehyde. Aldehyde means either functional group, may be the aldehyde. It means CHO group. So either it consists aldehyde as a functional group or ketone as a functional group. Okay, so ketone means C double bond O. So these are the basic things you have to know. So mainly carbohydrates are polyhydroxy of aldehyde or polyhydroxy of ketone. So if it is a ketone, then C double bond O. If it is a aldehyde, then CHO. Okay, so two types of major forms of monosaccharides are there. If it consists aldehyde, CHO, then we can say it is called glucose. So it is called the glucose. If it consists with the functional groups are, okay, CHO or aldehyde, then it is glucose. If a functional group is aldehyde, then it is called fructose. So fructose are more sweeter in that taste, which is mainly found mainly in the fruits, or you can say it is mainly found in sucrose, sugar cane. So that is about the fructose, 4 times more sweeter than the glucose. Okay, so simple carbohydrates are known as sugar, or you can say saccharide. So saccharide words are used. So sugars are used. Okay, the name of sugar is another name is called saccharide also. Okay, and ending as sugar. Okay, O's. So mainly sucrose. You can say galactose. So you can say the suffix, or you can suffix. Sorry, suffix words are mainly OSE. For example, glucose, at last OSC word will come. Okay, fructose, you can see at last OSC will come. So prefix OSC will come, sucrose, maltose. These are the mainly the major monosaccharide. So glucose is the, okay, the major sugar which is mainly found in our blood. So whatever the food we take, that foods are converted into glucose, and it is mainly after the absorption. Okay, it enters in our blood circulation. Fructose, which is a very highly sweeter in the taste. So more found in the fruits, as we discussed that fruits and honey. In honey also it is mainly found. Sucrose, so mainly the ordinary table sugar we are adding in tea, coffee. So mainly prepared from sugar cane. Maltose, malt sugar. Okay, that also there. So we'll see the classification. Very simple classification of carbohydrates are there. So there is a means it is a classified into two parts. So first one is called the simple carbohydrate. Okay, then second one is called, you can say, the complex carbohydrate. Simple means very simple. Okay, complex means a larger molecules and it is a very complex. Our body cannot able to utilize that. So that is called complex. Again, simples are two types. One is called monosaccharide. Okay, mono means single, consists only one unit. Disaccharide means which consists more than two. Okay, so that is called the disaccharide. So monosaccharide means, take example, when two glucose combined together, then it is called the disaccharide. When only one glucose present, then it is called the monosaccharide. Complex carbohydrates are oligosaccharide. Oligo means which above more than two. or you can say less than 5, 3 to 10. That is called oligosaccharide. Polysaccharide means, always remember why the word is polysaccharide, which consists the lots of monosaccharide, means more than 10 monosaccharide combined together, then it is called polysaccharide. Glycogen, that is called the stored carbohydrate. Starch are mainly found in the plant like rice, potato. Okay, fibers are also made up of a carbohydrate. So dietary fiber or dietary fibers, this is a very important. Uh, Actually, the fibers are non-digested, made up of cellulose, but it have lots of beneficial role to prevent from constipation, reduce the absorption of cholesterol. Lots of functions are there for fibers, that also we are going to discuss. So just see here in this diagram, if you focus the diagram, suppose this is a green color. Okay, green color is called monosaccharide. Okay, so what is a this is a monosaccharide, means consists only one. So we cannot able to hydrolysis means breakdown. Hydrolysis means breakdown with the help of water. When the molecules are broken, okay, and it further release a smaller molecule. We cannot able to break the monosaccharide. So our body cannot able to further break a monosaccharide into simpler sugar. So you can say that monosaccharide is the smallest unit. Okay, so consists only one saccharide, so no need to break. So our body can utilize. So as the molecules are smaller, as it is a monosaccharide, then it can easily enter inside our cell. In our cell, we have a mitochondria. So these mitochondria can utilize the glucose in the form of ATP. Next one is called the disaccharide. If you see that disaccharide, which consists of two monosaccharides are combined together. Here what will happen? Here two glucose, one glucose combined with another glucose with the help of glycosidic bond. Okay, two glucose are mainly combined. So the bond between the two glucose is called glycosidic bond. This is called the glycosidic bond. So what is a glycosidic bond? This is called the alpha glycosidic bond. The bond between the two glucose or two monosaccharide, that is called glycosidic bond. Okay, so that is helping formation of disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide, pentasaccharide. Okay, or you can say polysaccharide. So disaccharide consists two molecules. Now disaccharide can be hydrolyzed. So in the presence of water, when it is a broken hydrolyzed, then you can see two molecules are released out, two simple sugars are released out, and our body can utilize. So that is called disaccharide. Polysaccharide, if you see that polysaccharide, many number of monosaccharides are combined together. You can see lots of monosaccharides are combined together. So when it goes in our GI tract, mainly in our stomach and intestine, so with the in our intestine, in our GI tract, we have water. When it is a hydrolyzed broken, then what will happen? Single huge amount of monosaccharides are released. More than 10 monosaccharides, 20 monosaccharides, 30 monosaccharides. Okay, even 100 monosaccharides are released out by breaking. You can see that polysaccharide. So this is about this is called the monosaccharide, or you can say disaccharide and polysaccharide. Next we'll see. So next classification. So what is called monosaccharide, what is called the disaccharide. Okay, so classification of carbohydrate, if you see that monosaccharide, as it is a simple carbohydrate. Okay, so it cannot be hydrolyzed, it cannot be broken. Already we discussed in the first mark. So examples are glucose, fructose, okay, or you can say galactose. Three examples are there. Disaccharide, as you discussed that, and hydrolysis it mainly produce two monosaccharides, which are mainly having the same type of a sugar, or you can say mainly the sucrose. So that is called the disaccharide. Oligosaccharide means oligos means okay, a few less than 10 you can say. So 3 to 10 monosaccharides mainly found. So an hydrolysis is produced around 3 monosaccharide or 4 monosaccharide or 10 monosaccharide. So this is about the classification. So you can see, so these monosaccharides consist only one saccharide or sugar. So that is a non-hydro. It cannot be hydrolyzed, so non-hydrolyzable. And you can see further classified number of carbon atoms. So tetraoses. So based on the number of carbon, monosaccharides are again classified into different types. So you can see that. So trioses means which consists 3 carbon. Tetraoses means which consists 4 carbon. Glucose consists 5. So that is called hexoses. Okay, so this is about the classification of monosaccharide. Okay, so this is about the classification, very simple. So monosaccharides are mainly classified based on the number of carbon. If 3 carbon start from 3, so 3 carbons are there, we say trioses. If 4 are there, tetroses. 5 pentoses. 6 hexoses, so like glucose, fructose, and galactose. These are the hexoses. Disaccharides, so means carbohydrate which yield two type of monosaccharide, two monosaccharide, and their hydrolysis examples are sucrose. Sucrose are mainly known as a sugar which we are using. Lactose, type of milk sugar which is mainly found in the milk. Maltose is there, so maltose is mainly also type of a disaccharide which are found in the different plants. Okay, structurally mainly disaccharides are so we discussed that. So between the two monosaccharides, some glycosidic bonds are there. That is called the that is known as a glycosidic bond. Okay, so we have completed about that. So this is the difference between. So you can see, so every disaccharides are mainly made up of two monosaccharides. You can see, take example, glucose plus glucose when combined together become a disaccharide, that is called maltose. Okay, glucose plus galactose, which is called the lactose found in the milk, that is called the milk sugar. Glucose plus fructose, glucose is also monosaccharide, fructose is also monosaccharide. When combined together become fructose. Okay, so this is called the disaccharide. So mainly sugars are the disaccharides, so the sugars which are using. So we can see this is a glycosidic one. So this is mainly cyclic structure. We can make the glucose both. Okay, chain and cyclic also. So you can see both the glucose are combined together with the help of glycosidic bond. So this is called the alpha glycosidic bond. Okay, so these alpha glycosidic bonds are mainly broken with the help of some enzyme which is found in our intestine, that will discuss in digestion and absorption. So this is the structure of sucrose, which is not important. Okay, structures are not that much important. So it indicates that how sucrose are connected. So suppose this is a glucose, this is called the fructose. Both are combining together. This is called glycosidic bond. Just see, this is called the alpha glycosidic bond. So this is about the sucrose. So now the use of sucrose, where the sucrose are used. Actually, sucrose are used mainly in the pharmaceutical industry, like preparation of syrup. Okay, so syrups are sweet in that, mainly sucrose are used. So bitter drugs are mainly combined with sucrose. So it used as a sweetening agent, preparation of syrup, tablet. Tablets are also manufactured like sugar coated tablet, and it also uses nutrients and emulsions. Nutrients means like glucose. So means when we suffer from hypoglycemia, energy less, at that time glucose are given as a source of energy. So mainly as a carbohydrate gives us energy. Demulcent means which are mainly used as a soothing agent. So mainly cup syrups are used. Okay, the viscous syrups are used. So that is about the usage of sucrose. Okay, lactose as a milk sugar, so which is mainly the principal, the major sugar which are found in the milk. Okay, so that consists mainly glucose and glucose. Now next one is called polysaccharide. So let's see what is called polysaccharide. So polysaccharide, as we discussed, consists of glycans. Okay, consists of many number of you can say that monosaccharide. Polysaccharide, that are mainly polymer. So as we discussed that polymer of monosaccharide. So there are two type of polysaccharides are there. Just see the word. One is called the homopolysaccharide. Second one is called the heteropolysaccharide. So what is called the homopolysaccharide? Homo means similar. So those polysaccharide which consist a same type of monosaccharide. When it consists same type of monosaccharide, then we say that it is called the homopolysaccharide. So in hydrolysis, when it release a monosaccharide, it consists either glucose or fructose. Means it does not consist the mixture of different type of a monosaccharide. So that is called homopolysaccharide. If you see that heteropolysaccharide, hetero means many, different. Okay, so these type of polysaccharides are mainly made up of, you can say that, made up of different type of monosaccharide. So either glucose are connected, fructose are connected, galactose are connected, and some other monosaccharides are connected. So not a single type, different types are there. So name is called heteropolysaccharide. So you can see the major polysaccharide which we are getting from the diet are mainly starch. We are getting starch are mainly the reserve, plant, that is called the plant source which we are getting. So mainly all those potato, rice, chapati, not chapati, maize consists starch. Glycogens, so always remember, already we discussed that glycogens are mainly found in animal. This is called the reserve source of energy, or you can say stored form of carbohydrate which are mainly found in animal product, or you can say mainly in the meat. It is and it is also stored in our body mainly in liver and in muscle. So as we discussed that when you take excess amount of carbohydrate, Suppose you have taken today three times a day food, three times mainly only glucose, only carbohydrate like rice or vegetable like potato. Then what is happening? We are getting huge amount of glucose, but all those glucose are not utilized at the same time. So most of the glucose in the liver, what will happen? It goes for anabolism. So it mainly combines into lots of glucose combined with the help of glycosidic bond and become a glycogen. So these glycogens are either stored in the liver, okay, and some small amount it is stored in the muscle. So again, during emergency condition, when you are not getting food on time, at that time, all these glycogens are converted into glucose. Okay, so these are the mainly found. You can see the source. It is mainly found in the potato, as you discussed. Found in potato, in sweet potato. Glycogens are mainly found in the muscle, mainly in our skeletal muscle. It is stored. It is also stored in our liver. Okay, so cellulose. As cellulose are non-digestible, that mainly consists beta glycosidic bond. You can see. So what is called cellulose? Here the glycosidic bond. Just to see the two glucose are mainly combined together with the help of beta glycosidic bond. So always remember, human beings cannot able to digest the cellulose. So cellulose are those cottons are made up of cellulose, plant fibers are made up of cellulose, vegetable fibers are made up of cellulose. Okay, so cellulose are non-digestible. Why? Because our appendix does not have any role. Our appendix are vestigial organ. So actually in animal, these appendix can produce beta glycosidic bond. So beta glycosidase enzyme, sorry, beta glycosidase enzyme. These enzymes can able to break the beta glycos okay, so you can say beta glycosidic bond. So animal can able to digest the cellulose, but we cannot able to digest a mucopolysaccharide. That is the example of a heteropolysaccharide. Mucopolysaccharide, which is mainly made up of amino group different. Heparins are the example of, okay, heparins are example of, you can say, that is called heteropolysaccharide. So what is the example of homopolysaccharide? Glycogen is a homopolysaccharide. Starch is a homopolysaccharide. Cellulose is a homopolysaccharide. But you can see heparin, mucopolysaccharide, these are called the example of a heteropolysaccharide. So this is about the different type of carbohydrate we discussed. So in this video only this much. So we have completed mainly definition, and you can say that classification, the uses, okay, of carbohydrate. Then next video, I'm going to record one more video that is about the digestion and absorption of carbohydrate. So thank you everyone. I hope you liked my video. Please subscribe and like my video. Thank you.